A crazy idea about drifting continents, dreamed up by Alfred Wegener 109 years ago. In 1910, a young scientist named Alfred Wegener became curious about why the coasts of several continents seemed to fit together like a jigsaw puzzle. He had the crazy idea that Earth's land, called continents, had moved. Wegener's crazy idea was that once upon a time all the land had been joined together as one big continent. He named his supercontinent Pangaea, meaning all the lands. Alfred Wegener thought that over millions of years, Pangaea began to break apart. The pieces of land were slowly pushed to the places they are now. This idea of moving land became known as continental drift. Wegener collected evidence, or facts, from many areas of science to support his idea. One piece of evidence was that mountain ranges of countries far apart line up perfectly. For example, when Alfred joined together cutouts of Africa and South America, their two mountain ranges lined up. Fossils were a second piece of evidence. A fossil is any trace of an ancient organism preserved inside rock. The fossils of the two reptiles and a fern-like plant called Glossopteris have been found in countries that are huge distances apart now. Did these creatures used to be alive in one area, living and dying there, and then later their buried fossils were split as continents moved apart? This fossil evidence, found so far apart, helped Wegener build evidence for his idea that the continents were once together. Wegener also tried to explain how and what caused the drifting to take place. But Wegener could not think of a very good explanation. Because he could not identify how the continents were made to move, most other scientists pooh-poohed his theory. Some scientists said he was wrong and that the continents have always been where they are. They said maybe the continents were joined by big bridges of land that Mesosaurus walked across, which then somehow sunk into the ocean later. In the 1960s, Harry Hess and his Navy ship scanned the seafloors using sonar. He found out that the seafloor spreads apart at the edges of tectonic plates, with hot mantle rising up and cooling down fast when it meets the cold ocean water. And now, with GPS, we can actually see the movements of land. The 2016 Kaikoura earthquake caused the South Island to move 35 centimeters closer to the North Island. It also twisted the land and caused the seabed to rise up from the ocean by whole meters. We now know that the force powerful enough to push the crusty continents is the convection swirling in the mantle. And then this is the end, but there's a picture here of the Kaikoura seabed, which has been jerked up out of the ocean, and now the seabed is 2, 3, 4 meters above the water. It's crazy. Thanks for listening.